Welcome to Dawg Pizzle. I am Pizzle in the house with my co-host, Mr. Rob Dawg.
Welcome. What's up, my Dawg Pizzle Pickleball peeps? We are live from Sunrise Surf Shop here in Jensen Beach.
You nailed that. You actually nailed what was it? The pickleball. I can't even say it now, but
I know last time I said it, we had an outtake for 10 minutes.
oh yeah, it was the funniest thing in the world. But we're honored to be able to record here with Mr. Dominic Dayan. I said the last name correct?
Yeah.
Dominic, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's
Super
just
excited.
you're super excited. We are like just beyond. This morning has been very anticipated for us. And so, Dominic, we are here at Sunrise Surf Shop, the one and only Sunrise Surf Shop owned by Dominic. Dominic, how long have you owned Sunrise Surf Shop?
So I moved to the island back in 2009. So it's been 16 years for me now.
16 years. Now, has Sunrise Surf Shop, tell us about the origin. Like, how does Sunrise Surf Shop come to be?
I've always told my story how life happens in mysterious ways sometimes. So when I was 17 years old, I would grew up in Montreal, and I had a brother that was 2 years older than me, and he would drive to the boardwalk in Wildwood, New Jersey, and work the boardwalk for the summer. And he's like, "Hey, tag along with me." So I did that at 17, and I met this guy that hired me to run his shop, and it was an instant connection. Fell in love with my work ethic. So every year I would go back to Wildwood on the board and run his shop. From 17 to 25, did that for 8 years. And one winter, I was going to school, and he calls me and he's like, "Hey man, I got this opportunity to take over a surf shop in Florida." And I'm, "What?" He's like, "I got this friend that owns a shopping center in Florida, and this so-called Sunrise Surf Shop, is the owner that owned it for 30 some years was retiring. He was getting old. His son had passed, and he was almost the person that was taking over the business after the dad was getting old. He knew my partner was in retail business. So he's like, "Hey, do you want to take over the surf shop?" So he called me. He's like, "I want to partner up with you." And don't ask me twice. Obviously, I didn't have that kind of money at the time. So he's, "I'm going to put up all the money. You're just going to put your sweat equity." That's how I ended up in Sunrise Surf Shop on Hutchinson Island. It's funny because I Googled and I saw Port St. Lucie. Googled because I had never been here before. Let me figure out where I'm going to go. And I saw Port St. Lucie. I'm like, "Oh, there's probably ports and boats." What do you call those? Those are cruises. There's cruise ships going in. And perfect. I'm going to deal with a lot of vacationers. And I came here, I'm like, holy moly, this was like a culture shock. I remember the first week I worked, I tried to order a pizza, and it was 8:30 p.m., which back in Montreal, 8:30 p.m.
Yeah, most places.
Super early. And they're like, "Oh, we don't deliver on the island past 8 o'clock. I'm like, wow. So for me, that was such a culture shock.
Because how big, when you grew up, you grew up in Montreal or in the south,
Montreal.
in the city or?
The city. So if anybody grew up in Montreal, it was like a religion. Saturday night, you would watch a hockey game.
Okay.
It would end at 10:15. You would take a shower and get ready for nightlife. That was every Friday, every Saturday growing up. So when I came here at 8 o'clock, the streets were empty. Nobody was around. That was so crazy.
Were you in a city or a suburb there?
I was in the city.
Okay.
Yep, I was in the city. Little small town called Côte Saint-Luc, maybe 10 minutes from the downtown.
Nice. I have family from Montreal, so I've been there a few times growing up as a kid and stuff. Beautiful place, but definitely a much different lifestyle.
Yeah, Montreal is a great place. Summertime is one of the nicest places and to me in the world.
What about the winters?
Wintertime are rough. It's really, really rough. The problem with wintertime is you get rough winters for at least 6 to 8 months.
Really? Okay, so it makes you really cherish the time that you have when it's like nice outside, and because you have those. You grew up in the north too. You grew up in New York.
Yep.
Area, and I grew up in Indiana. And how many times have we walked to the car with our chin tucked to our shoulder, cursing?
Yep. Slide down the driveway.
Yeah, exactly. You would turn your car on, let it run for half an hour, 45 minutes, go inside, get ready, have breakfast, come outside, the car's ready to go. So you grew up, now Montreal, Canada is known for its hockey. So did you play hockey growing up?
Growing up, there's not really, I feel in this country, there's so many different options. In Canada, we didn't really have options. It was basketball and I was too short. There was curling, and I've never heard a girl say, "Oh, look at this curl."
Curling.
That's so good. That's so good.
The only options, we would do roller hockey summertime, ice hockey wintertime, and so we played hockey.
Was pickleball a thing back then there?
No.
Did you even hear of it?
No. Summertime, we would play a lot of tennis. I played tennis for a long time. Always self-taught. My parents didn't have enough money to give us real lessons or be in a real team. So it was always self-taught. I had a brother that was 3 years younger than me. So I would play with his friend, and because I was older, I had so much more power. So I felt it'd be incredible.
Like you playing against me now.
Yeah, exactly.
About the surf shop, I've never been here before, and I walked in this morning and I looked and I'm like, oh, this is impressive. I mean, it's huge. Has it always been this large or?
No. So when I took over the surf shop, it was around 5,000 square feet. It was the original location where the guy owned it. And I remember the first thing that we did when we took the surf shop over, he had his register right by the window. And I'm like, summertime, the sun was just bake our back. And I'm like, shoot, we're sweating. So we moved the register all the way in the back. And about 3 years ago, the real estate office that was next door to us decided to move. And my partner he bought the shopping center 7 or 8 years ago. And I would love to have at least the opportunity to see if I could take their location. So when we opened up some drywall, we saw there was a big beam that somebody had put before us. So everything was laid out to us to be able to open up the shop and take over the location and just make it bigger. So we did. Truly, I contemplated for 6 months and I just didn't want to live with the what if. The what if.
The regret.
What if, yes, what if I could have done this? What if just screw it? I told my partner, I'm like, look, if it doesn't work out, can I please go back to my small location? He's 100% no problem. So we did 4 years ago and I don't even remember what the shop looked like before.
And how big is it now?
Just under 10,000 square feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it looks every bit of that. Before we leave here today, we got to get a quick walkthrough video of doing that.
Yeah.
I've always wanted a family of 7, mom, dad, 3 kids, grandma, grandpa. I've always wanted them to be able to find something. Didn't matter if you wanted to spend $5 or $500. I always wanted to make sure you have something that you can go home with.
So born in Montreal, come to the States, your family in Montreal, mom, dad, you mentioned your brother. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So 2 brothers. Sorry, we're 3 boys. So I got 2 brothers. I'm the middle child and I definitely have the middle child syndrome. If you don't know what the middle child syndrome is, the oldest brother had all the business opportunities with my dad. The youngest one had everything that he wanted, a spoiled kid. Yeah. And then the middle one was just
hey, I resent that. I'm the youngest of 3. So
it was the forgotten one. You never got anything new because you always had hand-me-downs.
Yep.
When your older brother can't fit in his clothes, you got him from me. And my little one was too young to get anybody's clothes, so he would get the new stuff. So that was us growing up. I told you earlier, I grew up Jewish, and my parents were really, really, really religious. I didn't know back then that they were really religious because that's how I grew up.
Orthodox religious?
Not really Orthodox, but on Saturdays we wouldn't watch TV.
You guys observe the Sabbath.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would definitely respect the Sabbath. And once I got away from the family, and I'm like, shoot, my parents were super religious. I've always been the black sheep in the family. My dad always wanted us to marry Jewish. And to me, it was just, if you're a good person, that's all that matters.
Amen. Amen about that. And I think, but you had the beard going on. I think you could be a rabbi right there. The beard going on.
Call me the rabbi.
Yeah. I think that might be his name on the chords. Rabbi.
I'm literally the less Jewish person in my family. They all call me the Lord.
So let me ask you this, because we're going to bounce around a little bit, because now that you said about how you grew up in a religious family, you're probably one of the most humble person I've met. Do you think you got that from the way that you were raised? Where does that come from?
I don't know.
Who is that influence on you?
I don't know. I've never really thought of that. I've always wanted to make a difference in someone's lives. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's so much easier to be nicer than to be mean. And I had the tool. I had a surf shop that people came on vacation. If you're dealing with vacationers, they're already in a good mood. Nobody's having a rough day on vacation. Spending $100 on vacation is so much easier than $100 back home.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I think
Rob spent probably $100 when he walked into the store.
My tool was the surf shop, and if I can make a difference in someone's lives, just a little bit, why not? So I've always wanted to, everybody that came in here, my number one rule at the surf shop, and their employees could tell you, is don't try to sell anything. That's literally my number one rule. I don't want you guys to feel we're here to sell you anything. I'm more in an entertainment business, so our music is always so loud at the surf shop. It gets us in trouble sometimes. And it's always about the entertainment. I want people to remember their experience at the shop. That's
so special. And I think that's a little bit behind the story of our podcast, is the entertainment factor, making sure that people are getting their experience in. And I feel walking into Sunrise Surf Shop, the first step into this place, you feel like walking into an experience.
That's the whole idea. I feel like with the online sales, online Amazon and stuff, you can pretty much buy 99% of our stuff here online. And if you look deep enough, you could probably find them cheaper than at the surf shop. But people want to support us. They love the experience. They love us. They want to spend their money here.
Well, I think that's an attribute to your character too, how you present yourself. And I mean, just in the little bit of time I've known you, even working on the Talk is Cheap project and stuff, Dominic's just, let's make it happen. We're going to get somebody to donate that, or I'm going to donate it. It's just all about the community and giving back and that aspect of it. And that's what our pickleball community feels like, really. It's aligned with everybody's values. It's nice.
Yeah. Giving back and not expecting anything in return.
You're correct. I never do. I never think of you do the right thing to get it back. To me, it doesn't make sense. You do the right thing, and that's the right thing to do.
Because you see a lot of times that people will do something and they'll want to make sure by their posts on social media that everybody saw what they did.
Yes.
And it's look at me versus what else can I keep on doing that's giving back to the community. There's something that inside that's so gratifying to me, at least, when I see somebody with a smile on their face, when I see, and not just on the pickleball court, but just in life in general. And it seems you have that aura about you with the projects that you get involved in. And a lot of the projects are pickleball. And speaking of pickleball, how did you get introduced to pickleball?
My friend Joe, about 2 years ago, he asked me, let's go play pickleball. And I always thought it was for both people. I'm like, Joe, leave me alone. So we would get together every Wednesday to play roller hockey at the rink in Stewart. And every week he would be, let's go play pickleball. I'm like, just leave me alone. It's for old people. It's for old people. I just never wanted to try it until he was just like, I'm not giving up. I'm like, let's just go play. And I remember the first day I went, I liked it, but I wasn't really into it like I am now. I remember two ladies, they must have been in the 70s. They wanted it to play us. And I'm like, really? And we got our ass so kicked. And I'm like, what just happened? Second time I went to play, it was fun. By the third time, I had picked up the game really quick. And it's game over. Once you pick up the game and once you get better, then the sky's the limit. You just can't stay off the court. That's what happened to me.
That's what we spoke about in the past year. That's what great about pickleball is you can have many generations of people playing on the same court and can still hold the game versus hockey or basketball or baseball. It's just not, the skill level so different by age or size in the pickleball. I mean, I was playing with my 8-year-old son and my 9-year-old daughter yesterday, and they're hitting winners down the line on us. And that is crazy to have adults and children on the same court that can perform it.
I mean, what other sport can you have a 20-year-old versus a 70-year-old and be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No other sport, zero chance. But pickleball, you never know.
You can get multiple generations on the court at the same time.
The whole time anyway. Let's go to the court.
Yeah, exactly. I'm always about how do I get myself over to the pickleball court. And speaking of that, because Rob and I, we went to dinner the other night with the wives. It was a good time. So wives are out there with our pickleball. Do you get a little bit of that, like, oh, back to the courts again? Does that happen in the Dayan household? Like, does the pickleball, is it part of the family now?
You know, it's a fine line. You're lucky. Your wife played. I see her a lot.
She did in that first. I'll get there.
So I've been giving my wife some lessons. We're just hitting something.
How does that? Oh, now I got. How do the lessons go with the wife? Because sometimes you were just talking about with Erin. She was asking you something about the grip or whatever, and you'll probably go ask somebody else after I just gave you advice.
Yep.
All right.
I feel like you have so much more patience with a stranger than with your spouse.
Oh, 100%.
So with my wife, I think we went like maybe 6 or 7 times.
Okay.
And we're still trying to figure out how to hit the ball in the middle of the paddle. So the last time we went up, man, my patience was, I'm like, babe, I think we need professional help. El Nino, so he can give you some real lessons.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So that's how it's going.
Oh, nice.
It's a lot of fun.
So Dino's giving your wife lessons?
No, he hasn't yet.
Yes, yeah. That's all.
I don't know about you guys, but if I could go play every day, I think 100% I would be at the court every day.
Yeah.
I have to remind myself that pickleball is a hobby. I still got a home with young kids at home. I still got a business to run. So it's always, I know my wife enough to know when I can and when I should be staying home.
Yeah.
So you have children as well? How old are they?
Yeah. So my daughter is 8 years old. My son's 3. So with the 3-year-old, we're still like in the eye of the hurricane.
Yeah.
How that goes.
Oh, yeah.
So my wife is a stay-at-home mom, so she's with the kids most of the day, at least with my son. So sometimes when we got a night off, and sometimes I really want to go play, I just think of her and be like, she just wants some adult time also.
Yeah.
How that goes.
Has
Yeah.
your 8-year-old picked up a paddle yet and tried?
Yeah. So
Like?
when my wife and I go, we take the whole family.
Oh, cool.
My daughter has one thing about sports. She does not like to sweat. So pickleball is definitely not going to be for her. My son, I think he's going to love it. So my daughter's in synchronized swimming. So
Wow.
Oh, you don't sweat in that.
you
Right.
don't sweat in the pool. So
But that's a grime. That's a lot on the muscles and the core. Yeah.
Oh, I can't float for more than 5 seconds.
How did she get in synchronized swimming?
My daughter, my wife did that as a kid. and
Okay.
introduced her to synchronized swimming here, and she's loving it.
All right.
Yeah.
Where
And-
is your wife from?
My wife is
Canada
from
or-
Georgia.
So your daughter's Penelope and your son's name is
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
I don't know if you guys ever watched the TV show Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
Remember that? So the main character name is Sebastian, but he went by Baz.
Bass.
Yeah.
Yeah, such a good show.
So his name is Baz. We call him Baz. Obviously, his name is Sebastian, but we're trying to stick with Baz.
So you got introduced 2 years ago to pickleball.
Mhm.
And was it like you said at first you thought it was for old people? And I think that's common for a lot of
Old
people.
Yeah, I thought it was for old people, and then I was at my court was Hal Patioki because I live like 5 minutes from there.
That's where I'm at. I live across the street.
And then I was playing singles, and I met this guy Sal,
Oh yeah.
and he's like, "Hey man, you should go to Whispering Pines. There's a lot of like singles player. You should go." So he gave me Louis Checa's Facebook page, which we were talking. He's like, come on over. So that's the first time I went to Whispering Pines and I met Louis Checa. And I was kind of, it's always a little intimidating going a place that you don't know anybody. So I went there and I saw him first. And then he's, come on, tag along. So we played one singles.
How did that go?
He beat me 16-14, which
Wow.
I feel like when I first met him, like he was called a coach. And I'm like, oh, he's got to be really good. So, I mean, he beat me 16-14. I'm like, I was proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I was playing singles, but I had never had real competition. There's not a lot of singles players at Patioki. So I was pretty proud of myself. but that was over. That was when I really got involved with the community. I was at Whispering Pines. And it's just been Whispering Pines for like a whole year now.
Yeah, because I remember meeting you about that time, seeing you around the courts, and I just saw this guy playing singles. I'm like, holy smokes, where did he come from? And singles, is that your preferred out of the game?
Singles. Yeah. Coming from a tennis background, the mentality is you always want to stay in the baseline and whack the ball. That's how you do in tennis. And in pickleball, you don't have that. That's not really an option, especially in doubles. You could do one drive, but that's it. Then you have to get to the line and then start dinking. And that dinking was like, I freaking hated it. Who the hell just hits the ball so soft? I wasn't thinking that it was really like almost like a chess match. But when I first started, I'm like, I could not have a soft game. All I wanted to do was stay in the back and then just pound the ball. It worked for a little while until you started playing against better players, the 4-0 and the 4-5, and then your power means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, they just kind of like set it down.
So you're 2 years in now, and at what point was the first time that you actually like played competitively, like a league or a tournament?
I met this guy, Nick. He's from Hope Sound, and he asked me to join a tournament, which was at Whispering Pines. So that was the first time I played at Whispering Pines without even knowing it. So that was the first time, and I was so nervous. Something about me, every time I played leagues or tournaments, I get so freaking nervous. Don't ask me why. I get the jitters. It just, hopefully eventually it'll go away. So I was shaking. That was the first day I met Michelle also at Whispering Pines. So that was the first tournament. And then once I started being more involved with the people at Whispering Pines, I feel like every league, every tournament that I'm able to play, I play.
So how did you do in your first tournament?
We went 1-5. Yeah, so pretty horrible.
What was your
Tough too. I feel sometimes your skill level doesn't show in a tournament, especially if you get nervous because you just get in your head about everything, and then it's like everything just fall off the ground when that happens.
Just go ahead and say it, Rob.
Shit.
No, go ahead and say about the pickle in the league.
Rumor has it that somebody got pickled last night in their doubles matchlet, and
Not me.
and it wasn't Dominic, and that team got pickled by my team.
Yeah.
But we're not going to say who.
Everybody, welcome to the last episode of Dawg and Pizzle. The podcast is going to be called just Pizzle because Dawg is not going to be on. Dawg might be swimming with the fishes, as they say in the mafia.
Pickle.
Yeah.
You're talking about getting pickled. It's funny because every time I play, win or lose, I truly do not care. Obviously, when you play, you always want to win. Win or lose, to me, it doesn't really matter. As long as you put everything on the floor, you leave everything on the court, it doesn't really matter. Having fun is non-negotiable. To me, that's my number one rule is you got to have fun. If you do it and you're not having fun, then you're doing it for the wrong reason. At least that's for me.
I agree. I say all the time, like, I'd rather play with, not that I do play with the lesser partner, but I would rather play with like a lesser partner on the court who has good vibes, good energy, has fun, is not sitting there getting into shit with people versus playing with somebody who's level way above me and is out there cursing and yelling and throwing
Like, how many
shit,
people do you know that plays pickleball? A lot.
Yeah.
How many do you think are going to turn pro?
Not a lot.
Under 5?
Well, yeah, right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think of Kyle and Grayson, maybe David.
Yeah.
That's the 3 people that I can think of. So nobody's getting sponsors from it. Nobody's making money. So who cares if you win or lose? Who cares if you go 100 and up in the last month? At the end of the day, it's all about the fun.
I need to hear that right now. I need to hear that right now because up until last week, I probably have been playing for about a 2-month stretch, my best pickleball I played. And then this last week, I feel like I've never played the sport before. And I remember last year, my wife was in Orlando and I left whispering and she could always tell by the tone of my voice. Yeah. And she was, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, shit today, this, that, and the other. And I don't know about this game. And I don't know what I'm doing, this and that. And she, if you need a good mental coach to the game, Lori is it, man. She goes, tell me, hon, where were you going with the game anyways?
Disneyland.
And I was like, yeah. And I was like, she's like, honey, it's a sport. She's like, I'd rather see you stop playing than get like this. Enjoy the game. And then I'll throw myself under the bus. 2 nights ago in the men's league, I was that guy who you looked at like, oh, I don't know. And I get more upset with myself that I turned into that behavior. And I forgot about what you just said, the joy. When I play rec and somebody hits a bad shot or we lose a game, I'm like, this is bonus time. I'm out right now playing the game. But yet under the lights, when the league or the tournament, I took it to a different level. Like that league, if I would have won, would have been, okay, it's a win. It's not like, all right, you just won the Masters or whatever it may be. But I took it to a level where I had bad energy and I was already defeated. And it's about the experience.
And I think that's how we're programmed. You always want to win. I don't know about you guys, but to me, I'd much rather see my partner miss a shot than me. In my head, at least it's on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
To me, like, who cares? At the end of the day, like, who cares? We went 1-1 yesterday in the men's doubles. I played with Nino. To me, Nino is like the godfather of pickleball. And we lost our matchup. We put everything on the court. We left everything on the court. As soon as the match was over, shook hand, and I'm like, life goes on. You go home with your kids, dinner with your wife. You go next day, whatever. Like, life goes on.
I try to say to people, remember the why. Like, why do you play pickleball?
Why do you play pickleball? Yeah.
Like, for me, it's like a stress relief. It's a community feel. Like, winning is a bonus, but like, it's not the reason why I go out there and play. It's just a bonus.
I went like 10 days without playing pickleball. I swear to God.
What is that like? Did you have withdrawals?
Literally.
You just said 10 days.
I felt like something was going to burst out of my chest.
Yeah.
We got twitching.
It's a stress relief. It really is.
Yeah.
I just need it. I just literally need it in my life.
Yeah.
It's the only time of the day that I don't have to text, email, or reply. Or think. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All you do is play and have fun.
It's true. It's like it disconnects you from the electronic digital world and the stress in your life. And it just puts you into that like happy community feeling.
Let me ask you guys, you see the meme videos, the funny ones. What is it like for you guys? I know for me, on the way to the court, be honest, you guys get a little giddy, like, what the court?
Yeah.
Your music?
Yeah.
I started playing.
You get your jam on, you're like, yeah.
Right. And she would always be like, oh, you're going to play pickleball again. You're going, and she probably thought I was full of shit. It was an excuse of hers, but I said, I need this. You know what? When I go play, I was going through a rough time in my life when I first started playing, just like mentally in a bad space, and like it like recharged my batteries and put me in a good place and stuff. And now that she plays more, she understands that, like, oh, you know what? I come home, and even if it was a shitty day and you lost, you got to take out you get the endorphins going.
Absolutely.
You got to take out some stress. You got to forget for a little while about all the other things that are going through your mind, and you focus on this one thing, and it gives you like a nice reset.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Rob, in the first podcast, came up with one of my favorite questions, and that is, what is something the audience doesn't know about you that would be kind of catching them off guard?
Je parle français.
You speak French.
French, yep. So I learned English when I was 18 years old.
Really?
Yeah, all my schooling, elementary and high school, was done in French. My parents both immigrated from Morocco to Montreal when they gave birth to me. And so we're a French-speaking family. And when I went to college, 2 of my best friends were all going to English college. And I'm like, I just want to hang around with them. So I told my parents I was going to go to English college. And they were like, you can't even speak English. Like I would know like the basics, like cats, dogs. That was my level of English. I'm like, I'll just figure it out. So for the first 2 semesters, I did not say a word in class. And I feel like when you immerse yourself in a language, you pick it up really quickly. So that's what I did.
So you're only 22 years old, so you only speak English for 4 years.
Thank you, Mark.
But I want to say this, and I hope you don't mind, because I know you're very humble. Talk is Cheap 1 was the most beautiful evening. It was just amazing. And we all know on the way home, I got in an accident, and the first thing that you did was reach out and you offered a vehicle for me until I got another car. And that right there for me is it's what happens when you get involved in this community. You meet amazing people like yourself.
Think about it. The world is huge.
Yeah.
We're only here for what, 80, 100 years?
Yeah.
So a very short period of time. So everybody that you meet in your life are going to be part of your story. You guys are part of my story. You know what I'm saying? Nino is part of my story. My daughter's part of my story. So just, to me, it's just, you just got to make the best out of like every situation, out of everybody that you meet.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's so true. I heard a few years ago I think it's higher now, but the stat was the average age is 75. You live.
Yeah.
So take 75 times 365. Take your current age times 365. Subtract those 2 numbers. That's how many days you have left on this planet. And when you look at it that way, then you start to look at the hours that you're sleeping, that you're working. Take that third.
I heard on the radio, there's something you sleep for like 20 years of your life. So it's really like you have a third of that time goes right to that.
Correct. And you know what? And I've learned so many nuggets from you, like that interview that I did with you after you beat Josh. And the thing was the mindset, the winning mindset that you talked about, that was
trust your game.
Trust your game.
Yeah.
And my wife, she listened to that on the way home because she never listens anymore after episode 1.
Mine's still on episode 2, I think.
Yeah, exactly. I think they watched at the same time. My wife was like, oh my gosh, good point. Because it was just good, heartfelt stuff. So talk is cheap. We have to talk about talk is cheap. So how was the idea presented to you? What was your initial thoughts?
With the first one?
Yeah.
That was, it was something that we've never even thought of. It started as an experience, as a joke with Willie and Will. And Melvin was like, let's just make it like a UFC event, but it for pickleball. And I was, holy moly, this is so cool. That's how it started. And then after the first event, I feel like, what do we have, 130 people?
Oh yeah, at least.
And I've always said that to everyone. To be able to convince 130 people to go to the court and not play is like unheard of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Just to go to the court and not play.
Correct.
I will definitely go on June 20th and not play and have the time of my life.
Yeah.
That's how excited I am about watching friends play for fun. Obviously, everybody wants to win, but it's more like to get everybody together. Doesn't matter who you represent.
It's just funny. I've been advertising Talk is Cheap, and everyone keeps telling me like, how do I sign up and who am I playing against? And I'm like, no, that's not what this is about. I'm like, there's courts there, man. So you can play like during or after. That's up to you.
Yep.
But I'm like, this is what's happening. It's just a free, fun community event that is coming together.
It was interesting because I remember like Kyle, and I remember a few other players were like, they came down from, not Kyle. Kyle was there watching, but he was like, my gosh, I want to be part of the next one. Yeah. And the players are coming down. They're like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? Like, because of the music, it was the energy from it. And people are like, how do I get involved? How do I get involved? And I have to say, to be able to have a mic that night and have that opportunity to MC it was just like a lifelong dream of mine, not to do Talk is Cheap, but to be in that kind of setting with the mic and the energy of the crowd and have so much fun. And now with Talk is Cheap too, get to do it with my co-host here and MC it together. I am so excited about that. And I'm excited about the lineup card. Talk about the lineup card that we have.
I feel like, yes. I mean, it seems like every match is going to be very competitive.
Yeah.
There's a couple of like surprises within those matches that people are not going to see it coming, but I feel like it's going to be like amazing. I mean, Kyle and Abreu. Like, those are like 2 of the best singles players we have in our community. Donovan and Roberto, another 2 of the best, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. One I'm kind of looking forward to.
What?
Not mine, but the ladies. I think Caroline, I think Kayla's going to have her hands full, dude. I think Caroline, there's something. I haven't seen her play singles, But we talked to her yesterday, and her energy,
Yeah, for sure.
she's like, I love her energy. She's like a good person.
Yeah, she's got a little spice to her. I like it. I think this is going to be a good matchup.
Yeah.
The one that I'm looking most forward to is the Willie Will number 2. There was so
Oh,
much trash talking in the first one.
yeah.
And for Will to lose, people were like, what just happened?
Yeah,
Right?
Will is the king of trash talk.
I still
right?
remember Willie with Will's face.
He goes like this.
This guy, he got crucified.
Yes.
I love it.
Anything could happen. But if Will loses again, I don't know how, I don't know his reputation, how it's going to get affected.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Will, you're my boy. I'm cheering for you, Will.
Ye-
Get him, Will.
Yeah. And everybody has their own little fan club there, and there are going to be some surprises. I'll tell you about off camera, the surprise that we're going to have for my walk-up song. So that was put together last night. I am super excited. And like a little kid, I am dying to tell everybody.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
I mean, just like the mentality of the surf shop, it's all about the entertainment
Yes.
experience.
Yes.
Pickleball is just bonus. People are going to go there to get entertainment, to remember that night.
Yeah, and it's not going to be entertainment. There's going to be food. There's going to be soft drinks. There's going to be just, Rob, what are your feelings with coming to your first Talk is Cheap event?
I'm excited, man. Last time I was disappointed that I couldn't make it because, like, when they told me the date, I was already booked to go to New York for a trip, and I was like, I'm like talking to Aaron, and I'm like, can't we just cancel this or something like that? But it was one of her friends' birthday parties at some Airbnb that we did or whatever. But I'm literally like hanging out with a group of people, and I got it streaming on my phone at the same time, and I'm like, oh, I'm just so excited to be there. But just the amount of effort that I see going into it now that I'm part of the planning committee and stuff, and just like the selflessness of the group that's putting it together, just kind of like putting the event first and all coming together and working together to like make this good for, not for their betterment, but for the betterment of the pickleball community. Just amazing.
Oh, yeah. How much does it cost to go to Talk is Cheap?
What's that?
How much does it cost to go to Talk is Cheap?
Bagel.
Free.
Free. That's interesting. And I mean, free food? You have to buy a ticket to get Pete? No?
Matter of fact, we were talking how we're going to have some basket to raffle off.
And why is all this?
Why not? That's a question. Why not? If you're able to give back to the community, why not?
Yeah.
Win-wins for everyone. So the raffle tickets are going to be free. Just going to grab a ticket, 1 ticket per people. And we're going to have 3 different baskets. I think that's what we agreed. And we're going to have free giveaways. It's just going to be a good time for everyone.
Awesome. So, Rob, we started this as well. My amazing counterpart here. We have a little rapid fire. So what is your favorite paddle?
I mean, look behind me. I get to see paddles every day. So I feel like it changes all the time. Right now, I love the Cosmos 5. Which
Flavor
is
of the month.
Yeah, that's the flavor.
Flavor of the month. Are you talking to me? The guy has like a gajillion paddles. Probably flavor of the day.
Yeah, that's my...
Okay, wait a second. Yeah, speaking of that, how many paddles do you go through a month?
I've had that one for like a month now.
That's a long time for you.
And I was a boomstick guy for a little while.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'll ask maybe after that.
Go ahead.
Regarding the pickleball, when did pickleball come to the surf shop, actually?
So you know how we're so addicted to it?
Yeah.
It's a great question.
And I've always loved talking about pickleball. So I'm like, let me just start selling stuff. Not because I want to sell product, but really because I want to give back to the community. And I'm like, I feel like we needed a shop on the island. That there's, what's her name, Summer, that has a shop in Stewart. And I've never been in business to compete with others. Truly, I've never been in business to compete with others. But a lot of people that are on the island, they have that mentality. They don't want to leave the island.
Yeah.
She's off the island. So that's when we started bringing pickleball stuff. I think it's been like maybe 6 months that I started bringing some stuff.
Did it start off this size or did it?
No, it was just that little rack over here. Everything was in there.
The last time I was here, I think it was like that.
And then I'm like, I feel like I'm running out of room. Let me just expand.
So it's 10,000 square feet right now at the surf shop. When's the 10,000 square foot pickleball coming into play? Store?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah. I think it may go from the store to having, you got to have a court if you're going to next and part of the store.
I had that conversation with my partner and I'm like, can we please put some pickleball courts on the roof on top of the building? Like, feel like you would have you have the view of the ocean. Just imagine playing pickleball with the view of the ocean.
And then you can tell the wife, like, I'm not going to play pickleball. I'm going to work.
Exactly. Grab your demo at the surf shop, go upstairs, hit some balls.
I think
if you want it.
I think you're spot on with that. I think that's definitely, so it's like we're in June right now. So we're looking like September, October with that.
He told me like it wasn't possible. He told me it wasn't possible. I'm still gonna.
Everything is possible.
Every once in a while.
Exactly.
Build the dreams. If you build it, they will
Exactly.
The
Exactly.
only thing that I would regret is not going to Whispering Pines because of it. And to
Yeah.
me, like Whispering Pines, you don't go there for the courts, you go there for the people.
Yes.
Just remember that. You don't go there for the courts, but you go there for the people. And that's one thing that I would absolutely miss if I had my own courts.
So it's funny. There's a big bet going out there right now that I'm not going to play pickleball until Monday.
Okay.
I need a rest.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of,
Got
there's a lot of action going on. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So the odds are very heavily favored in me playing. I'm going to actually not play, but,
$20 on that you will play.
I would say there's going to be no action at home if you end up playing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I told my wife though, I go, I'm still going to go to Whispering.
Yeah.
Cause I got to see my people.
Yeah.
Like that's the part I think we talk about, like twitching.
Yeah.
I think the main part of that is, playing, but I think the big part of it is seeing my people, seeing my family.
That would be like, are you not going to be around a pickleball court?
So right now there is a big thing. We're going to wrap up here that because we're stores opening and we're seeing people walk in, and this is amazing to be here in the setting that we have Franklin, Vulcan, Lifetime Pickleball. Which one and
Lifetime.
Why?
Lifetime, especially singles, because you really want to hit the ball.
I like
Okay.
them too,
So
especially with the
Lifetime,
wind.
Yes.
There's just
I feel like it doesn't, I feel like
great
the Franklin
playing
is great, but I feel like wind picks it up so easy. It's such a soft ball. Lifetime, the ball goes where you hit it. And then the Vulcan, I just don't like the shininess of that ball.
At first, after then it becomes.
My wife just came to the surf shop. Now she's videoing.
Oh, we got to bring her in. Come in. No. Oh, you're taking a camera. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Tiffany.
Tiffany store.
Oh, Tiffany's in the house. So Tiffany, welcome to the show. Mark.
Hi, Mark.
How you doing?
Hi, Rob.
welcome.
I met you the other night on the planning committee. We were on FaceTime and so
Got it.
we were talking about how enthusiastic our wives are about us playing pickleball. And all they want us to do is play pickleball.
We should support your lifestyle. We should
That-
make it easier. Fill your waters, get your bag packed.
Wow.
7 hours at a time.
Yeah.
That's our dream.
Yeah.
I
So
love putting the kids down by yourself.
yeah, exactly. Yes. Right.
To have her on.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is when the conversation needs to start.
Yeah, exactly. That was like, it's been great, guys. The store's opening up right now. We need to nip this in the bud. But so the girls gone wild. Rob had a great idea. Is wives tell all about pickleball but that might.
like the Real Housewives of Pickleball.
But what though?
No.
By all the guys out there who might be taken out because if their wives watch that, they might be coming home like, see, honey, I'm not the only one. And then Whispering Pines going to go from like this full house, like 2 people there. Yeah, exactly.
Not married.
But what though, you look at it, as much as we love pickleball, I can tell already that I know Aaron very well, and I hopefully God willing have the opportunity to get to know you, is that we have amazing supporting. Our wives are amazing to be able to pit up with. No, seriously, because pickleball players in the community, at first, they probably think, oh my gosh, this is just a sport. But have you seen in Dominic, not just the sport, but the family, the community? Have you seen that part come through him? What's your experience with that?
Yeah. I mean, Dom has been very many different men since we've been married. It's been maybe 15 years in December now.
Yep.
And he goes through different passions. This is probably my favorite passion, that he's done. The people that he's surrounded by, definitely all just great role models, influences. There's that family. It's a really great community. I wish I could play because I want to be in the community.
We talked about that.
yeah.
He said you were so willing to like learn from him and
Willing.
yeah.
It requires some sort of natural talent.
Nino, I need your help.
Yeah, Paige and Nino. But I have to say, as you know this already, you're married to an amazing man that I'm grateful to become friends with, and as well as Rob and assist that community aspect of it. So, Rob, what do you want to take us home with here?
Thank you for inviting us into your surf shop. We appreciate the hospitality, and thank you for inviting us to get to know a little bit more about your lives. We appreciate that too. Things that I just learned about Dominic before even sitting here and having the conversation, just as like the generosity, the putting everybody else first in the community, just like wants everyone to have a good time and be unified, make the best out of every situation. Just amazing. And that carries over in how you present yourself. And we just appreciate that. As a small token of our appreciation for Dawg Pizzle, we would like to give you a Dawg Pizzle t-shirt.
Oh, no way.
Rolled up in a ball in my bag, and my wife said,
he wore it last night, so just kind of like hold it out like this.
not the right one. I will get you.
Does he stuck with his paddle?
In those UV shirts.
Okay.
Maybe he needs a stuffy paddle.
But if it ain't the right
It's
size,
okay.
just let me know and I'll watch another. And you know what? I think I left the medium at home. I did. Okay. I'll get you one, but
Perfect.
here we go.
For now.
Take that for now.
Look at that. Look at that. What's
Grabbed
up?
two XLs. I was supposed to grab the XL and the medium.
But you guys surprised me with a gift. I had a surprise for you guys that you guys didn't know.
No.
Time to
No.
go shopping for both of you.
No, dude. Are you kidding me, man?
This is for me. He said you guys.
Aaron's like, hand that over. Get over here with that.
Ball perk.
That's
It'd
good.
be-
You got to
As a little kid, the night before your birthday, you couldn't sleep. You're all
Yeah.
excited
Oh,
and
yeah.
get it. I didn't go to bed until midnight. And mind you, you don't understand. Yeah. No, you have no, I have no idea.
It's real, you guys.
The passion is real. Just to be around human beings like these two gentlemen, yourself, Aaron, your kids. I mean, that's part of my family too, you know? And to do this show for me, it's like, I love it. It's a passion of mine. And I want to thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Tiffany, it was a pleasure getting to meet you in person. And we'll see everybody on June the 20th
June the
at
20th.
5 p.m.
The calendar.
If not, we'll see you beforehand at Whispering Pines. Come say hi. Come join us on the court and get involved in this community.
Yes.
check out Sunrise Surf Shop.
Yes.
It is an experience.
Yeah.
It lives up to the word because you walk through this place and it is awesome. And we're going to do a quick walkthrough before we leave too. And we'll get that put into the podcast too, just about how big and how much stuff you guys, there's even a kids section, a whole
Yeah.
kids section. It's awesome.
Yeah. So thank you everybody very much for tuning in. Dominic, Tiffany, again, thank you very much. Rob,
You guys.
peace out.
Peace.